You mentioned the length of the campaigns. Some folks have suggested ranked choice voting would be a way of avoiding the spoiler effect, but still getting the election over with in one round by folks ranking their order of selection and then a majority winner emerging from that versus the top two runoff. Where do you come down on that?
I always thought that was an intriguing and interesting idea that I thought could work. If if you have 4 candidates and you list them in order, what you would want, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you tally all those up from all the different various voters to see who got 1, 2, 3, 4 the most. I think it could work, and I think it could save a lot of expenses. But I think before we get to that, I'd really like to get the big money and all that money out of the elections. I just don't like this connection that the lobbyists have made between elected officials and corporate businesses. It's killing this country. I mean, you can't imagine that 30 years ago there was, you might have been lucky to find 100 lobbyists on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. Now you'll find several thousand. And so you can see where the power has shifted, and you can see the importance that has created the increase in the number of lobbyists. Hence, it's money, it's power, it's control, and we really need to get away from that.
A lot of that money is spent on media time, and the role of the media seems to have emerged in this 5th District campaign, given one of the candidates owns a radio station that another candidate doesn't feel comfortable having a political debate on. What do you think? Do you think candidates are playing favorites, or is there undue influence of certain large media institutions on this campaign?
Well, I don't think you can go anywhere in this country, probably not in any civilized country on this planet, and not understand that there's funny business and tricks of the trade, so to speak, in politics, especially during campaigns. With respect to the media, I've never been one fond of the media in its old paradigm. Years ago, stories from Grandma and Grandpa, they would tell you, there was a lot of integrity with journalists, but today now I'm just not so sure, based on the types. I can find a lot of accuracy with what you're doing yourself, what TV does. In other words, when you do a video and it's uncut, it's got the video and the audio, and someone can see that, then they're getting the direct origin of the information. When a journalist who has witnessed the same thing then goes off to an office cubicle to write an article for their publication, and they start mixing and mincing and twisting things around and misrepresenting the facts, then you can see where media has come in and actually perpetuated a lot of the political problems that we have in this country. So I have found that in this election for myself, I've turned down some interviews because of past experiences that were not, how shall I say, appropriate or respectful. And I'm finding myself trusting more of the blogs and such what you're doing right now with the video camera, because that is the origin of the information, and it's getting transferred over to the viewership, and it's being done so in an accurate form, and that's all you can ask. That's ethical. But again, with some of the other articles where someone goes and writes something up, then it's questionable. As far as media like a radio station or whatnot, I'm not a radio station owner, so I really can't put myself into the shoes of Mr. Cleary. But insofar as equality and equal airtime, I don't see how an owner of a radio station who is affording everyone equal opportunity, I don't see how that's a problem. There may be a problem for him insofar as how he reports it on his campaign finance statements on the Form 460, but I don't see how that's a problem for the other candidates.
Mr. Lytle, anything else you'd like to say to the voters there on the internet as well as home watching Channel 12?
Well, there's a lot of issues, and all I can say is you're going to have to use your heart in this election. A lot of voters have already made their choices already, and I'm okay with that. I believe I am the best candidate. I put in the years of hard work. I'm not a dumb person. I'm not a rocket scientist either, but my heart's in the right place. I have that internal fortitude, if you will, that conviction to do a darn good job and to make people happy. And I back up what I say. I walk the walk that I talk. And if you've noticed in this election so far with the forums, all the candidates in the 5th District claim some sort of business ownership. But it really seems from what I have seen that I'm the only one who's really being open to talk about business. And it really puts into question what it is that the other candidates know.